Hello. I thought I would do some cards today. So, I'm Zoe, Rabbit Amos, and also known as Space Holder. I think I forget to say on these videos that I'm an intuitive medium. I'm a healer. I do private readings. I do healings. I sell crystals. I do a lot of different things. I like to facilitate healing, which I think comes in many different ways. So if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, yeah, you'll find it written below. So I've already pulled 3 cards. We've got spiritual growth. We've got guardian angel. And we have serenity, and serenity showed up to me upside down. So to me, the overall message I'm getting here just with these 3 cards is needing to go inward, really needing to quiet the mind down. You've got the spiritual growth with the guardian angel, which to me indicates that your guardian angels and your spirit team are actually trying to get a hold of you. They're trying to tell you something, and they can't quite if you're not bringing yourself down to a place where you can actually listen to your gut and actually hear them. Okay. I see like anxiety swirling and stuff like that, and I'm probably talking to heaps of different people, so it might not be specifically anxiety, but it is still a collective message of, you're needing to try and find your quiet spot. Even when you get to a place of having no one around, your mind is buzzing. So it's like an indication of learning how to quiet your mind down, so that you can, like I said, get into your gut and listen for those messages. That's not to say that everyone can sit there and hear their spirit guides, but we can hear our bodies. Our bodies are trying to tell us something most of the time, I find when we have anxiety, it's because we're going against our gut. Something's going on. Maybe we can't put our finger on what exactly it is, but something's going on and you're needing to really listen to it. What is your body trying to tell you? What is your anxiety trying to alert you to? They're showing like 3 layers. It's not it's almost like it's not okay, it's more in a way of I was going to say it's not the initial thought, but they were stopping me saying that it is quite probably the initial thought, but what's happening is you're then getting the other thoughts and the other thoughts on top, and what's going to happen if I do this, but what if I tell them no? It's layering up into this anxiety, stress, fuzz in the brain. It can come through in like brain fog, not being able to make a clear decision, but usually they're showing the layers coming down. Usually it's that bottom initial kind of thing. If someone asks you, can you please pick, it's funny, Matthew, I don't know, Matthew's coming through. Can you pick Matthew up from school for me? I've got to go and do X, Y, Z. And your initial kind of thing is like, oh, maybe, bless him, I'm just... The name Matthew came through. It doesn't mean it has to be that, but maybe they can be quite problematic. Maybe they're very hard to try and wrangle. Maybe it means that you have to rush from picking up your daughter from all the way over here to try and get over to the other place. Maybe your initial thing is, oh, I don't really want to, and then you're getting piled on with this guilt. Oh, I probably should. They helped me last week. Or, who else is going to do it? Blah, 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 blah. You're needing to go with your first gut thing. And I feel like this is the starts of you actually putting in place big fat no's and also big fat yeses, it can be hard. I'm feeling it in my throat chakra a lot. It doesn't feel nice. So in order for you to release this, and I look out and I've got a light thing in the background, and just when I looked up it turned green. Like, you've got to listen to your actual heart and your emotions. Again, look back here, look up, and it was green again. Those greens and blues are important. Actually, there's greens and blues in here, you know. Greens and blues, that is your throat chakra and your heart chakra. So firstly, initially, listening to your heart and verbalizing it. My throat is really starting to hurt while I'm saying this. And it's funny, I'm looking around. Green. I'm attracted to the green. On the picture right here in front of me, I just looked over here, there's a bright green book, and there's a glue stick that has bright green on it. Heart chakra based. Again, I look to the right and there's a green mossy stick and a bright green card, which is the gratitude card from the last YouTube reading I did. And also there's clear quartz on top of that, so that's actually clearing. I'm actually going to use this right now for my throat, because man, your throat doesn't necessarily have to hurt, but if you're finding it hard to speak, this is for you. If you are finding that you've got a sore throat and you're not sick, this is for you. Needing to move that through. It's funny, they're saying like moving it into the heart space, okay? Let it ease. Usually when we have anxiety, our body is trying to tell us something. It's trying to tell us something. It's indicating something to us. It could be the fact that there are people that need to go, or they need to be not as close to your beautiful aura. I'm seeing an aura now. Seeing an aura, and it's seeping out near the top, okay? And to me, that's indicating that people are siphoning your energy. They're taking your energy, you know. We're needing to build a nice, big, beautiful, strong bubble around you. Funny again, I look up and it's green. I would imagine a beautiful green emerald wrapping around you. And I cannot remember off the top of my head right now which archangel is specifically wraps an emerald green glow around them. Maybe Hanil, I can't quite remember, sorry. Guardian angels, call them in, help them. I mean, let them help you. Lead the way as to what you should be doing. If you feel confused because of the anxiety on what you should be doing, maybe ask someone who you really truly feel they have good intentions, they're honest, and they can maybe see some things. It's funny, I'm actually seeing that some of you guys have actually got some of these friends that have been trying to, you know, gently tell you, hey, I notice when you're around this person you get quite depressed. Hey, I notice when you're around this person you just don't really seem yourself as such. You know, it's a really hard one because I can feel that you feel it in your gut, like, oh shit, and then it goes straight up into your head and turns into these anxious thoughts. Start listening. I do feel that this is a really hard one when you're in the people pleaser space. When you're in, oh hello, there's a bee. When you're in the people pleaser kind of space. When you're in the, you know, when we do become the nurturers, the givers, the people pleasers, I'm not being rude, but all I see is a doormat. It's a doormat. I used to be a doormat. I used to be a doormat for the doormat's doormat and beyond, you know. So I've come from a place of having to unwind these things myself, so I recognize it's actually very hard to do. It can be hard to do, but once we start doing these initial big steps, And I'm just keep saying the word no. No. You should not have to repeat the word no more than once or twice. You really shouldn't. If you have people around you who actually are going to listen to you and respect what you say, you should not have to repeat the word no. And again, the flip side of that, like I said before, you can say yes. If someone offers you something and it feels safe enough to, I can talk about that in other videos maybe, about feeling safe in saying yes, and why we might not feel safe in saying yes. I've been in positions where it's like, if you feel like you're saying yes, but then you can tell deep down there's going to be a crossover of when they go, oh, remember when XYZ. Anyway, this is about you building your gut up. Building up your gut, listening to your gut, beautiful. You have, I think, a very good, actually strong intuition, and it's been dulled down and it's been squashed down by people who are overbearing. I just looked up 1111. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's funny because in this, I just looked down. And if you go in between the barriers, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1111, which also makes me think of the Four of Wands in the Tarot deck. Spirit is showing me to flip this card. And how we flip this card is by, I'm saying the mossy twig, getting into nature, writing, bath, shower, the sea, all these sorts of things. It's now upright on my desk. This is a matter of you really going into yourself and being able to, and making time for yourself and allowing for yourself to be able to get into a state of serenity. Okay, I need to pull some cards apparently. To pull some more cards. Yeah. There's a video on Space Holder, some other channel, and it's an introductory one, and it's also how to help release these sort of things, like stepping into the healing mode and stuff. If you want to check that out, it would be beneficial, because it will show you some tips on what you can do to help calm that nervous system. We've got truth and integrity. What is the truth of the matter? We've got emerging as well. When I see emerging, I'm seeing a merge of these chakras. I'm feeling quite a lot of blocks, and I'm seeing it mostly in the throat, the heart, and the root chakra. There's also sacral chakra too, which is interesting because this is orange. I'm not sure how I can show that card as such because there's a bit of nudity, I suppose, but the card is orange. Truth and integrity. Yes, so see this orangey, to me this is like root chakra, and it's also sacral chakra. And we've got emerging, which is yellow, which is interesting because she looks young herself, and that is your solar plexus. So it's like maybe if we look up again and there's yellow, maybe if we dive into this solar plexus, we can help unblock some of those. So solar plexus is great. It's like creativity and stuff like that. It's quite, to me, inner child. They're saying getting to the root of it. So there's that root chakra indication again, but getting to the root of it. What is the root of this anxiety? Where is it coming from? I feel like I may be, if I was speaking to you, I would get an answer back of, oh, well, last week, blah, 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 and this happened. But I'm actually seeing way back to when you're young, when you were a child. It'll be different for other people too, but it's the when you're younger. So what's happening is you're probably getting triggered by what happened last week, but it's something that needs to come up from when you were younger. Okay, any more? Sorry about that loud noise. Anything else, please? Thank you. Okay, we got 2. Oh no, okay, I gotta reshuffle after. There we go, nature. It doesn't have to necessarily be nature. To me, this is an indication again of like calming that nervous system. What are you going to do to calm that nervous system so that you can listen to your gut more? So that you can listen to those initial things before the anxiety and the repetitive, you know, thoughts come in. And we've got retreat on the bottom. And we've got body care, which I think is good. So yeah, some of these have a little bit of nudity on them. So we've got, I like this, retreat, body care, and I'm drawn to balance as well. So here's retreat. And to me, retreat, this is 2 things. Retreat as in calming that nervous system. Retreat when you think of like, oh, I'm going to go on a retreat, I'm on a holiday, we're going to, you know, calm that nervous system. And then there's also retreat. Retreat back. Step back from these people that are getting you in your anxious mind, you know. There's that balance card. Balance it out. Balancing it out, eh? And we've got, yeah, body care. I'll just show it with the other card on top of it. Body care. What are we doing to unwind these thoughts? What are we doing? I'm seeing feet in the grass, hands in the soil. Gardening is great for, absolutely great for grounding. And I feel like I want one more card, please. Thank you. Friendship, interesting. So we've got friendship, but these have come out like this on the bottom of the deck. So we've got friendship, intention, and soulmate. Forgiveness is underneath that. Who are your true friends? And this sounds funny. Are you your friend? Are you your friend? You know, would you want to hang out with you? I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying it in a way of getting you to think. How do you feel about yourself? I feel like this is hugely important because how you feel about yourself is usually wound up in how people have made you feel about yourself. I don't think you're a bad person. I bet you're not a bad person. You know, but friendship, intention, and soulmate coming out. Who really are your friends? Who really does actually have your back? It's not the ones that are making you up in your head. I tell you that. It is not. Your spiritual team are trying to talk to you. Your spiritual team have a message and they need you in this state for you to get that message through. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sending lots of love, and remember to wrap yourself up in a beautiful, whatever color you want, but I was getting emerald green coming through. So yeah, protect yourselves, look after yourselves, try and get into that first initial thought and follow it through, and your throat chakra will thank you. Okay, goodbye guys.